Would you give a huge welcome, England World Cup winning captain, Martin Johnson.
You know, when you're in a tournament like that, it's a long time being there, it's a long time building up to it, and it seems like years beforehand. You know, we're a year away from the World Cup and people are talking about it, so it's endless. It's an endless sort of process of getting there, but actually it's an 80-minute game. And once you get into the game, you're doing what you do and what you know. And of course, we're winning. I remember looking at the scoreboard, and you try not to clock watch. Look back 4 or 5 minutes to go, we're 3 points up. I'm thinking, we're going to win this. But we haven't really played very well in the second half, particularly. We haven't scored a point. It's all a bit flat. It's a bit weird. And then obviously they equalise, and the whole world changes because their momentum in the whole stadium grew with their fans. They suddenly had a spring in their step. And I remember as we sort of walked back up to the halfway line, I remember thinking, we should have won this now. We should have won it comfortably. We haven't played well. Yes, the ref's been a bit of a pain. But if everyone's thinking what the natural thought to think is, that we've blown it, that we should have won this thing, and now we've got to win it again, and we've got to beat Australia or suddenly cock a hoot, you know, we might need to address that, and someone might need to say something pretty profound, and that might be pretty difficult at this point. So we got back in, and I thought before anyone says anything, I just thought I'd look at look where we are, look at people in the eyes, and just think where, you know. And I remember looking around at the group. We had a fantastic team. And you got guys like Neil Back and Lawrence and Phil Vicks, and you know, any one of them, you can name any one of those players. I looked around them and I thought, we're going to win. And if you think about it, for Clive, that's his biggest moment as a coach. He'd been great during that tournament, particularly half-time, the Wales game that we were losing, made the right calls, said the right things. But he came in and he spoke to Johnny, I think, maybe one or two other players individually, but he never addressed the whole team. Did not address the whole team, which I think is an incredible testament to him and what we had, because most coaches would think they have to say something, even if it's some sort of, you know, I've got to say something. And I think he came down and thought, this is in hand. The boys have got it under control. A couple of key words or a couple of key players, and you're right, he didn't address the whole team, which is pretty incredible. I didn't really think about it at the time because I had the same feeling that this is under control. No one individual player needs to be spoken to particularly or taken off. Everyone's got, you know, we just got the job to do, but it's just changed. The job we thought we had to do is now changed. We've got to win and play the 20 minutes. So I just felt incredibly confident from looking at my teammates with the situation, because you know, you get the plaudits and you get, oh, what a great captain. When you have a team, and you guys, a lot of you guys are in industry and managing and running companies and all the rest of it. When you've got the right people, it makes life, you know, life is easy. But being the boss is a lot easier when you've got the guys doing the right thing, you know, proactive, taking care of when it goes wrong, sorting it out themselves. Not everything's coming through you. And you've got good employees, they're not my employees, but good people doing the right thing and all striving to be successful. And ultimately, with that team, we'd been through enough down times when we tried to probably play too much great-looking rugby and lost. To do that again, all we realised is you just got to win the bloody game. It doesn't matter how you win it, just go and win the bloody game and get off the field with the trophy.
Yep.